The reasons why I recommend the Ring Spotlight Cam Plus is because it's easy to set up. It takes like 5 minutes to set up. It is easy to use. It is easier than any security camera I've ever tried. And this is everything you get inside the box. You're going to be getting the Spotlight Cam Plus. You get your mounting hardware. We have the mounting screws here for drywall or wood. This is the base. That's going to be connecting it to the joint here. And they give you a micro USB cable because this is what's going to be charging the battery. The unit itself has been updated from the previous Ring Spotlight Cam battery. And we're going to go through those. The easiest way for me to do that is to show you this compared to the previous model. So here is the previous model of the Ring Spotlight Cam battery. And on the Plus edition, you'll notice that the Plus is now a little bit wider. It's wider, definitely wider. In terms of thickness, it is also just a little bit thicker. It's just a little bit thicker. But they have a totally different design where the sensors are. So the sensor before had this opaque kind of cover. Now it has a grill with a hard plastic cover. Interesting. You also see that the fronts no longer have this wire mesh grill. They're going to be coming with a shiny, glossy front with different sensors inside. On the back is where it's most evident where they made those changes. No longer is the joint that you connect to the base here, on the top. On the previous model, it was on the top. Now it is going to be on the bottom. There's a USB-C port here that's going to provide you easy access. Now you can use different solar panels as long as you have it with the USB-C. And how you open it has also changed. On the prior edition, all you had to do to open it was to press and release the battery compartment, and then now you have access to the battery. And this is the battery here. And you would charge this using micro USB. The new edition, you have to open the lock because there is a new screw that's going to make it so you can't just open it so easily. That you can open the lock. You can open it and then you can pull it out. And here is the bay where you're going to be housing your battery. There's not all this information on the bottom of or the inside of your ring anymore. We have one battery there. We're going to take our old battery from our previous model. We'll take that same battery. Here it is. And we'll insert that in. And you can see both batteries are inside. So just lock it back in. And you would tighten this. So it's not just going to be something you can open up or someone else can open up as a security cam. The nice thing about this ring, which I feel is cool, because they put this on the bottom, it will stand taller. The previous edition, you had to mount it higher because it was on top. You had to mount it higher. So you would install this piece first, you just pop it out. So, and then this place would be like the plate that you install first. And then once you install it, then you would attach the top of it, and then you would attach your ring. So design choices have been made here that have made it, I believe, easier to install and just cleaner looking. The next steps we're going to show you is the footage that this is going to take, especially during the daytime. How wide is the coverage area? Because supposedly the coverage area has been expanded. How well does it detect motion? And how well is the night vision? Because night vision is what a lot of us care most about, right? Because we have our daytime package thieves. And then what about the nighttime? So we're going to take the Ring Spotlight Cam Plus a good product? Yes, it works. That's why. You look at footage of the Ring Spotlight Cam Plus, you're going to notice a few things. I think it's a little clearer and the image quality is superior to the previous model, the Ring Spotlight battery, which was a good picture. I've used that for about 18 months, but the Ring Spotlight Plus, the image quality is a little bit better. The Ring Spotlight Plus, as you see here, the videos, you can see the delivery guy, you can see their face, you can detect. And because you have the overhead lights, because you have that spotlight, you can honestly say that I don't really know if color night detection is that important. It is good at night, but anything that gets close to you that's worthwhile, the lights are going to turn on and then you're going to see exactly what it is. The Ring Spotlight Cam battery that I've used, you can see the image quality is awfully close, if not nearly identical. You can also see that the night vision has been improved on the Plus, and that's important. In terms of rain, I did use both in the rain. I wish Ring did a better job in covering or having a little shield on top of the camera so that it's not going to get covered in raindrops. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to install this, which is just the only mount. Just takes 4 screws. We're going to put it on top of our garage. And you want to make sure also that it's facing up so you can read it, and then the latches can be installed inside. So we're going to place it right here. Just got to do this 4 times. Once you have the mounting plate attached, you just have to line this up and it will clip right in. You insert it here, then you push down and it will clip right in. If you want to remove it, you push up and it will clip right out. And this part here, you notice that it tilts downward. So the next step is just going to be popping this in. Now, it is quite a tight fit, so you're going to want to loosen this more than you did on the previous generation. It's just they make it tighter. There's also a lock here. Lock this onto the actual plate you installed. And remember, you want to open this up as much as possible. Then it's easier to pop this in. Don't force it in. Now it's clipped in. Now it is set up. You can secure that, and then you secure. And that's how easy it is to install your Ring camera. You can turn this light on and off. And for everybody wondering, if you're interested in getting the Ring protection plans, if you have one single device, it's going to cost you about $3.99 per month. You can also pay an annual subscription. If you have a lot of Ring devices that are not going to be related to the alarm, well, then it's going to be $10 per month, so you can have as many as you want. If you want all the devices with the alarm system, well, that's going to cost you $40 a month because you're getting active monitoring. Because this year, the Kelvin is going to be in your 3000 Kelvin range, which is going to be closer to a warm incandescent light bulb, but before it was at 4000 Kelvin, so you're going to be closer to a fluorescent light. The light sensors are not going to be able to be adjusted by distance, so you got to really focus on the motion. And the total range of area that your motion on the cam is going to cover seems to be smaller than previous generations. Do I notice a big difference in performance because of that? No. The Plus is still coming with the built-in Siren, the two-way talk. It's going to be coming with color and night vision, and it comes with the Spotlight, which to me is the best single feature of the Ring Spotlight cams. Even though the video is 1080p, I noticed, and just looking and downloading the footage that I recorded, it's going to be at 20 frames per second. And if you got the new Spotlight Cam Pro with the battery or the plug-in edition, it's going to be 30 frames per second when you utilize HDR. Also, that HDR is going to be a little bit crisper. On the Ring Spotlight Plus, you can also utilize it with Alexa or your Google Assistant. So you could just ask your device, hey, show me the front door if you call your camera the front, or show me the backyard if you have this in your backyard. If you leave this on the mode that just comes right out of the box, from about 100%, you're going to be, in my case, about 20% within about a week. 7 days later, I'm at 20% battery on a fully charged single battery. So if you want to have longer battery life, you're going to want 2 batteries. And if you want the longest battery life, you're going to want to add on the solar panel with it. And the solar panel, you're going to need a dongle if you have the old super solar panel with the 4-watt charging speed. But in the current editions, they're just coming right out with USB-C directly to your USB-C ported Spotlight cam. Let's just talk about a myth that's been out there. Just because something has 5 gigahertz, when it comes to these cameras, that's not that important unless you're looking for really fast download speeds. And that's because 2.4 gigahertz is going to be able to go through walls easier than 5 gigahertz spectrum Wi-Fi. So if you have your modem in the middle of your house and there's a lot of walls, well, 2.4 is going to keep that connection longer and easier than 5 gigahertz, especially if there's lots of walls. I really think this comes down to, are you in the Ring ecosystem already? Because the Ring app makes downloading footage very easy. The Ring app makes setting and controlling all of your various cameras very easy. And the Ring app is going to be based on the subscription model, able to save all of your data in the cloud. So in case your camera gets stolen, or in case your camera is broken or your Wi-Fi internet goes down when you most need it, at least all of the relevant footage prior to that is going to be stored in the cloud. That is probably the most important part for any security camera. Does it detect when the motion is? Is it going to search for it so you know exactly when it happened, so you can download that, or you can just scan that, or you can watch it faster, you could do a recap. Ring really got this down pat, so it's easy for regular people to use a security camera. And I know everyone might say, well, what about 2K, 4K versus 1080p? In my opinion, they're using 1080p still because it's easier to store on the cloud servers. Because I'm sure 2K sensors are a dime a dozen these days. 4K sensors might be even a dime a dozen these days. And it might not have that big impact on the overall cost of the camera. But Ring goes out of their way for very good battery quality, easy installation. And they know that in times of your need, you want to be able to see exactly what's happening. And if you want a longer range, or you are worried that your garage door or your garage path is super long, maybe you have a backyard that's super big, you might need to see clearer. Then you might want to discuss, hey, should I get a 2K or a 4K camera just so I have more clarity in the distance? And being totally honest, I would not be upset if you chose the Ring Spotlight Cam Plus over the Ring Spotlight Cam Pro, the new one that has just came out at the same time. Because the Cam Pro is going to be coming out with HDR. It's going to be coming with slightly improved audio in our testing. It's going to be cutting still with the same night vision. The camera's pretty much the same. You get the third bird's eye detection, which is good, but it's not exactly a deal breaker, or it's not the feature you have to have. So if you got this and you saved a little bit of money because you're going to save 30, 50 bucks getting the Plus over the Pro, I would say that's a good deal because the Plus might be the way to go here. For me, I'm going to be going with the Pro just because I do like that 3D spot detection. If you live in a townhouse type of situation, your houses are really close together, you're living in the city or you're living in a tightly knit suburb, well, in this case, you're going to want to have the 3D motion detection built in, the bird's eye view, because it's going to set that area for you, because who knows how quickly the other houses might trigger your system. But now with that bird's eye detection, it's going to trigger it less, saving you battery life, also giving you better performance and less false flag. And with that, thanks for watching, everyone. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time. This is David with the French Glow signing off. Bye, bye, bye.